welcome to my kitchen. It's Luann Pikett, and it is cold. So cold outside. So I am making for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the coldest day of the weekend. The coldest is going to get to 35 degrees tonight, which if you are in Celsius, that's about 2 degrees. So I am going to make some chili to help try to warm us up. Chili is such a nice thing to make when it's cold outside. So this is my grandfather's chili recipe. I made it before on live, but it's been a while because it's been hot for so long. So first I'm going to take, this is actually more than a pound because it's more in here. This is like 1.25 pounds, or a pound, almost 1.25 pounds. So we're going to put that in there. And that's ground chuck. I always use ground chuck for anything I use hamburger for because it's better. And I'm going to use this nifty little chopper, and I'm going to chop it all into pieces. And we're going to cook this hamburger. You can use whatever kind of hamburger meat that you want, or whatever meat you want. You chop whatever you use for chili. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So this just gets it all chopped up in here. So this is only half the pot of chili. So if you have a big family, or a family at all, that's bigger than just me and mom and dad, you might want to double this recipe. The recipe I'm using is double of this, and I'm just cutting it in half because we don't want to eat chili for a month. Although it is really good, so we could. So here we have the hamburger all chopped up in there, so we're going to let it sit there. And we're going to brown it. And we're going to put a little salt and pepper in it. And I'm not measuring it. I'm just sprinkling that in, probably half a teaspoon. And then the pepper. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper later to the actual chili. And in the meantime, I'm going to turn that back down a little. That's like medium high. I'm going to put the lid on so it will, let me get my spoon ready. There's a spoon. And I'm going to let that brown and kind of steam itself too, because it seems to go a little faster. So there we have it on there. Let me see, I don't want to make sure it doesn't brown. Let's turn it back a little closer to medium. So what I'm going to add here is, since I'm doing half the recipe, I'm going to add half of a medium onion, 1.5 cans of pinto beans, half a can of, I'm using pureed tomatoes, but you can use stewed tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, whatever kind of tomato thing you want. I like it. We like it. We don't like it chunky. If you like it chunky, then go ahead and add the... Mom used to buy the tomatoes, like stewed tomatoes, and then puree them in a blender. But you can buy like tomato puree already. So it's almost like tomato sauce, and I like that better. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to get some water. I'm going to go ahead and put some water. Let me get one of my... I'm getting a big measuring cup here. I'm going to put this water through my water filter so it's actually good water. And I don't know how much water it's going to need. I like it to be, I don't like it to be, I'll get a little soupy, so it's some nice broth to it. So I'm going to put that. That's 4 cups of water. I don't know if I'm going to need all of that, but we're going to put it in there to start. Okay, so we got that going. So then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and I'm also adding a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of, hi, how are you doing? Aloha! I am making chili. I'm starting with my hamburger. It's going to be freezing cold, so we're trying to stay warm. So I'm making some nice warm chili. Let me stir this up with a fork a little bit so we can turn it over some. And we'll get this meat all browned. This was my grandfather's recipe, my mom's father. This was his recipe of chili, and I just think it's really neat that I'm still like making the family recipe. I love nostalgia. Alright, so there, that's cooking. And I'm going to also get some flour because I want to thicken it a little bit. I don't like it like watery runny. I want it a little bit a little thicker. Let's see. Let's try that bowl. Here we go. I'm going to put some of the water in there. Okay, as soon as our meat is brown, how are you doing today? So I'm just doing some cooking today. Here we go. Getting close to being done. I'm going to turn it back up a little bit. Slowing down. This is really easy to make. So my grandparents, when I was a kid, and actually before I was born, but through the time I was real little, they owned a little diner. They called it the Root Beer Stand. It was like a little hamburger. It was like a homemade version of McDonald's, only much better. Home-owned, family-owned little business. And they made homemade fresh hamburgers and this chili. And they did things like grilled cheese and eggs and I think they had hot dogs. But this is his recipe. You need a Nana nap. It's super hot, 35 degrees and 83 humidity. You know, our humidity today was only 35%. 35%. But it's cold. So even though it was only 35%, the air was still so damp. Oh, so. Ugh. All right. So what I'm looking for here is a little bowl. A little bowl. Oh, let's use this bowl. This will work. I'm gonna pour off this grease into a bowl here. Once I get this where it's browned. And we're going to saute our onions. Oh, we're almost done here. Almost done with the hamburger. I stuck my glasses on and they're fogging up. Oh, I think we're done. It's almost. There's a little bit of pink right there. You just got to get all the pink out. Just a couple more minutes. So I got my onion already chopped. This is half an onion because this is half a recipe that I'm making. I've got all my spices ready, so this is going to be pretty quick. And chili I always like to make the night before because it tastes better the next day. You love the cold though? Well, they have had blizzards north of you. Yeah, they have. Lots and lots of snow. What? 35. I know. 35%. It's hardly ever that low of humidity here. But I had to go walk my brother's dog. And that dog, whoa, she's hyped. Because it's cold. She is frisky. I got there and bent down to put the collar on her, and she jumped up and almost licked my nose off. I'm like, okay, dog, okay. Now my nose is going to be cold outside because you licked it. Oh, thanks. Oh, she was so excited. Dogs get so hyped in the cold. Okay, so let's take this over to, I'm going to put this strainer in here and pour off this grease into my little cup over here. Try not to slush. Because I don't want the hamburger grease, because hamburger grease is not so good. Ooh, there's a lot of grease in this one too. So we're going to pour that off. And then let me also, let me see if I can move this out of the sink so I don't slush it. And I'm going to pour this hamburger into the strainer. Then I'm going to put my pan back over here just to get my hamburger out of the way. There we go. So then I'm going to put some oil back in here. I'm just using some coconut oil. I know, it was, and I walk her all the time and she doesn't normally do that. A little stinker. Bent down and she was, hello, how are you? And she just like, oh man, you got my whole nose all wet. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Well, she was so happy. Just wiggling all over the place. I'm like, oh, you are turned on with the cold, aren't you? She was. I have this fork out. I have no idea why I got that fork out. What was I doing with that fork? I'm dancing here. Let's get this. I want this big fork. Okay, so now we get this oil heated. And then we're going to put all these spices in here. So this is salt, red and black pepper, cumin, chili powder, and paprika. So we're going to put all that in there. I went ahead and measured it all. So see, you have this little slush of spices in here. And you're going to kind of toast them a little bit in this oil. So I didn't measure the oil, but see, you just want it where it's like, you know, it's not dry. So you want it like that. And then you're going to let it bubble for a minute. Then we're going to add in the onion, the chopped onion, with the spices. And then those onions are going to really absorb a lot of good flavor. So tomorrow I'm going to make some cornbread to go with this. And I'm going to make a cake called hot fudge chocolate cake. And it's like a cake you serve warm. It's like that lemon pudding cake I made last week, only it's like chocolate pudding cake. It'll be so good. But it can be served warm. So we're having all the warm food tomorrow. Although we are having salad. But we're going to have hot chili. We're going to have hot cake. We're going to have stuff to keep us as warm as we can be. Okay, so we're going to let that sit there. And saute those onions for a minute. So here we have our spices and onions. It's not burned. It looks black, but that's the chili powder. Then I'm going to add a can and a half of pinto beans. You can add whatever kind of beans you like. Some people put kidney beans and pinto beans. I don't like kidney beans because the outsides are tough. I don't like the outside of them. And my grandfather just only used pinto beans, so I like that better anyway. So we're going to do that. I think my water over here has gone through the filter. So let me pour it back here in my measuring cup. Then I'm going to take a little bowl and some flour and make myself, because I want to thicken this a little bit. So let's say, like 3 tablespoons or so of flour in this little bowl. And then I'm going to add some water. Let me see what this is doing. I make sure it's not burning. Not burning. Okay. And then I'm just going to add, like, it doesn't matter because I'm going to put more of this water in anyway. I'm just going to add some water to that. Is that half a cup of water probably? And then I'm going to take this eat a whisk, and I'm going to stir it up because that helps get the lumps out. Then I'm going to pour that in. So it's a little thicker. I don't want it like water, you know, I want it to be some nice thicker sauce. So I'm going to add a little, this is called a slurry of flour and water. And you can make it as thick as you want. If you don't want it thick, don't add the flour at all. My grandfather did not add flour. So that's just a totally extra thing. So I'm going to put back the meat back in. The onions are starting to soften a little. I'm going to add that in. And then we're going to get this meat all coated in these spices. Then I'm going to add these beans. This is 1 can of pinto beans. I already drained it. And this is the other half of can. Now I'm cutting this in half. That's why there's a half a can. Normally you'd add 3 cans for the whole recipe. And then a half a can of the tomato puree. So I poured it on top just because it's easier to measure. So there we go. The tomato puree, the rest of the beans. Then that's the recipe. Then what we're going to do, so here we go. Then we're going to add water. Now his recipe says add water if needed. Yeah, it's always needed. Unless you want it like this, which you can. You know, if you're having hot dogs with chili on it, I would do it like this. If you add water and then try to put that on a hot dog for chili dogs, you're going to have a mush mess. So if you are making, you could leave the beans out of it even. If you're going to make chili to put on hot dogs, I would leave it dry like this, or you're going to be unhappy. But to eat it in a bowl, I don't want it dry like this. Okay, so now I'm going to add, I'm going to stir it back up again. I'm going to add this flour and water to thicken that up a little bit. Like I say, that's not something my grandfather did, but I like it thicker. I'm going to turn the heat up, and I'm going to add some more water. And then I'm going to add, and I don't measure it, I'm just going to put water in it till it's kind of covered. So that ended up being a total of 4 cups of water. So here we go. There you go. And that is pretty much the chili. And it is really good. It's, like I say, it's much better the next day when it sits overnight in the refrigerator and has a chance to absorb all these flavors. Much better tomorrow. So chili is definitely something like soup that you want to make the night before. That's why I'm doing it tonight. So then I have this on, and as soon as we come to a boil, you can let it sit and boil for 20 minutes or something if you want. But see, since I'm going to reheat it tomorrow, I'm actually going to let it kind of boil more tomorrow. So tonight I'm just going to bring it to a boil. Now if you want to put, I put some, I'm going to taste it once it gets to where it's done. Also, if you want to put some like chili peppers in there, I usually do that too, but I didn't get any. But I did add some cayenne pepper so it has a little bit of a heat to it. So you could make this as spicy or as mild as you want. But you sometimes you can buy like those little canned little chopped peppers, or you can just buy a pepper at the what do they call it? The produce section. Whatever kind of spicy or not spicy that you want. My mother had a little, actually my grandmother had it, but my mother would go get them from her. She had a little bush, and I think it was a little ornamental pepper bush, and it had these peppers on there that were like this big. They were so tiny. And they were kind of a cone-shaped little pepper. They came to almost a point. They were wider at the base, and then they tapered down a little bit. And they were, like, seriously, they were like this size, like that size right there. And they were so hot, and they were red and yellow and different colors, and she would use one of those teeny little peppers for the whole, and that's double this size, the whole pot of chili, and it was plenty. But I don't have any peppers like that. I don't have, well, what have, I guess that little pepper bush is still in that yard, if it's still growing, but we don't have it. I don't have it, so I just add some cayenne pepper, but like I said, you can add some like chilies, like Mexican chilies, if you want to. But I'm just going to bring this to a boil, and then that will thicken up, and I'm going to see how thick it is. Make sure it's not too thick. And tomorrow, I may add some more water to it tomorrow. If it sat and absorbed all the water, I'll add more. But this is my simple little dinner. And I'm going to make, like I said, cornbread. And that will be the yellow sweet cornbread tomorrow. And I'm going to make it's called hot fudge chocolate cake. That's going to be so good. I haven't made that in a while. And because I haven't made it in a while, Mom doesn't remember it. Or chili flakes. Definitely have those too. I have chili flakes too. Well, we're going to see how spicy it is with the hot pepper I put in it. We're going to test it. I like it spicy, but I don't want to kill my parents with it, so... let's see. You said your new neighbor grows lots of kinds of chilies. Oh, how cool. You sound like you have a really good new neighbor. I like your new neighbor. Okay, we're almost there. Let's put the lid on a minute. Let it come to a boil. And then we are going to be done for tonight. Oh, I'm ready to go rest. So it's so cold outside, so I went to walk the dog with like 3 layers of clothes on. I know it's sad. It's really, the people up in the snow would be laughing at me, but we're not used to it down here. So seriously, I had like 3 layers of clothes on, and gloves, and a little, you know, like a ski cap on my head, even though I don't ski. And because I had to be outdoors with the dog. Oh, there it is. It's boiling. So I'm gonna turn it off. And so that weather is so chilly, and it was almost, you know, it was getting close to dusk. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to, I'm going to get a spoon, because I'm going to taste the broth, too. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to stand out here in this cold, because it was such a chill factor going on. So I'm going to let that sit there and see if I can't cool it a minute. And then we're going to taste test it. See if we need to add something. Of course, I really won't know what it tastes like till tomorrow. Stay warm. Enjoy the kitties. Oh, yeah, all those layer your... Yep. Yeah, the kitties... the Godiva's already laying on the heating pad. But then... Oh, here's Godiva. Well, hello, Godiva. Did you come in to see Mama? What you doing, girl? She thinks... Oh, you know, it's almost time for me to have hot chocolate, so she's waiting for milk. Godiva. You want to say hi? Hey, Godiva. You want to say hi? Meow. You want to give me 5? She goes, not really. Not unless you have something for me. Give me 5? You want? Yeah, there's our meow. Give me 5. Come on. You can do it. That's a good girl. Well, here's Gleenie. Hi, Gleenie. Why are you shaking, Godiva? You didn't get wet. Y'all are acting like you're getting wet. They're over here like, hey, Gleenie. What you girls doing? Y'all ready for me to have hot chocolate so you can have milk, right? Diva. Hey, Godiva. Look at them pretty eyes. Yeah. A little Gweenie, too. Gweenie likes to keep her distance. Look at those gold eyes. They show up so well in that black fur. She looks like nothing but black fur with eyes. What you doing, Godiva? Huh? Hey, sweet kitty. You want to give me 5 again? She goes, no, I didn't get anything from it. Hey, Gweenie, you want to do it? She usually won't do it unless I actually have food in my hand. Aren't they sweet? See, she's over there by the bowl waiting for milk. Look at her. Look at her. There's nothing here. She's like, there's nothing here. Where's the milk? You sniffing it? Godiva's just staring me down. Y'all ready for milk? Gweenie. What is she doing? I think they know that word. She keeps looking at me like, you said the M word. High five. Isn't that cute? Godiva is a mini pantheress. She is. And a mini buddy. Yep. Godiva. Meow. Godiva. Want to give Mama 5 again? Oh, that's a sweet kitty. People say you can't train cats. She knows what I said. Of course, that doesn't mean she always wants to do it. Godiva is using the force. Yes. Look, she's now looking. Where's our milk? It's milk time because Mama's in the kitchen and it's almost 8 o'clock. Actually, it's not. It's 7:20. But they think it's close enough. Usually at 8 o'clock, I have hot chocolate. And they're like, is it time? Is it time? Godiva. Give me 5? She's going to get mad at me because I'm not giving her something. And give me 5, huh? No? Just 2. I did 2. Okay. Y'all are so funny. Let's taste this. I want to taste let's taste the chili. Y'all are like, where's the stuff? I think it's pretty good. Alright, I think we'll go with that. We'll let it sit there cool a little bit. Put it in the refrigerator. Hey girls. Y'all want some milk? I don't have the milk out yet, but I can show you what they do when I give them milk. Alright, let's turn this around. Let's see if I can do this. I am wearing like warm clothes. Well, I was going to try to make this work, and it's all tangled. I don't think I can put this. Can I put it down? They don't like this. What is that? Mama's putting something funny on the floor. What is that? What you doing? Huh? You want some milk? You want Mama to get the milk? Here, let me get the milk. All right, you want your milk? They don't like the refrigerator door opening. It scares them. They may not like that I put the camera on the floor. You want some milk, huh? I'm doing it out of order, too, so they may be like, no. Look here, Dada. Almost got this spoon. Look. Meow. Look here. Look at them. Like, what is that? What is that on the floor, huh? You want some milk, huh? Here, let me put it in the spoon. I just give them a little bit. Put it in your spoon. Here you go. You ready? Here you go. And give me 5 again. Yeah, here. See, she knows I got it. Here, ask for it. Yeah, you want it? You do? Need milk? Yeah. You want milk? Yeah. You want some? You do? Okay. Come over to your dish. Right here. She's scared of the camera. Here, I'll get out of the way. See, maybe you won't be scared. It's okay, Godiva. Let me pick up the camera. Chicken. You a chicken. Okay, here you go. Come on, Godiva. Look at her. She's scared. Because I'm doing something different. She don't like when I do something different. That one's gone. Look at her licking her lips. There you go, Godiva. That's yours. She's like, all right, maybe I won't die. Maybe I won't die. But see, I'll make some noise and off she goes. All right, here you go. Let me move it closer, you little chicken. So scared because I'm doing something different. Boy, any little thing I do different. She's like, oh, I'm out of here. Diva, come drink it. Diva. She's the one that wants it the worst, too. She begs for it. Meows for it. Leo has claimed a second and third shelf of your 4. Oh, my goodness. You were getting rid of a small shelf. Oh, yeah, you can't do that now. Camera was in her space. Yep, she don't like it. She's being a buddy taking Gwenny's. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Diva! Come on, baby. I moved it for you. It's right here. Right there. Meow. Come get the milk. All right, let me move the camera. Let me move this whole thing. Chicken. She's such a chicken. All right, here, let me do this. If I put the whole thing down, I'm going to stand here in the corner. Here, right here. Right here. Right here, Godiva. Come get it. I'm going to turn my back. Pretend like I'm not looking. See if that works. I got the camera facing that way, but I'm not. Such a chicken. I don't know if she's going to come get it or not. Come on, Dad. I don't think she's going to do it. Come on, kitty. I know. I'm a black cat lady. Spot on the veranda for the shelf near the door, and there he lays. Oh, that's funny. Look. She's sneaking up on it. It's so funny. She's usually the braver cat, but once she gets spooked, she's like she stays spooked. You gonna sneak up on it? It's not gonna jump at you. You're such a chicken. Meow. 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 Get it, Godiva. You know you want it. Such a chicken. Cat people are good folks. Oh, thank you. You can get it. Here, I'll move over here. See if I move further out of the way. I'm not here. Diva, you don't want it, baby? You don't want it right here? Look here. Right here. Right here. Here, I'll move it over to you. I knew that. Oh, it scared me. Oh, she ran off. Gwenny gonna come eat it. Gwenny, you don't need no more. Gwenny's had enough. Because Gwenny will throw up. Come on, Godiva. Gwenny can't have very much. Look at Gwenny. I'm the brave one, though. But I'm the brave one. Come on, Diva. Come on. Here, how about if I come to this side? Yeah, I put it there for you. Don't complain to me. Green, Diva. Where are you going? Come on, Diva. I think we're going to have to give up. She don't like things to be changed. I think she's gone. Well, we tried. Oh, yeah, or she'll have diarrhea. Yep, look, she's going to come back for it. You already had yours, baby. Yeah, you can't have much. I know. She's like, but I want that it's there. Isn't it funny how she's the braver one? And she didn't used to be. Look, she's going to try so hard. Maybe if she licks it a little bit, Godiva will come. Godiva's watching her. Like, oh, I want it so bad. Yeah, Gwenny, you can't, baby. That's enough. No more for Gwenny. Yeah, no more for Gwenny. Here you go, Godiva. Your last chance. This your last chance. It's your last chance. There she goes. Yeah, baby. That's good. You're so hilarious. Oh, I moved my foot, darn it. Come on, Diva. Right here. Come on, you know it's good. You know it's good. Come on, Godiva. Here you go. I'll put it over here. Keep moving it closer and closer over here. Okay, she's leaving. All right, Gwenny, Mama's going to take it because you can't have no more. All right, she got a little bit. There we go. There's the kitties. Bye, girls. Godiva. She's hiding. Godiva. There's Gwenny. Say goodnight, kitties. Look, she's going to come back. Where'd that go? Where'd it go? Yeah, you had plenty. I should buy cat milk lactose-free milk. That's what I should do, isn't it? Freeze milk in the ice cube. Oh, I bet they love that. They love ice cubes. The bowl's the creepy. Yeah, and it's loud. She doesn't like that it's loud. She's camera shy, yep. Hi, Gwenny. She's like, there's no milk in this one. Look at her over there hiding. Okay, tell them good night, Donna. Meow. Say good meow. Meow. Diva. She's like a little black rock sitting over there. There she is. Godiva. She's all hunched down. Leo has... Oh, I read that one. Leo claimed that. She like... Yep, I read all that. Okay, we're caught up. Say good night, Godiva. Nighty-night. Night-night. So we will see you tomorrow morning for makeup and cooking. Thanks for watching. Bye.